Good morning, Grand Rising. Good morning. Oh, that music was fantastic. Welcome to Gwen Wright's campaign launch. Thank you for joining us this Saturday morning. I am Daquetta Jones, the mistress of ceremonies for today's launch. It is an absolute pleasure to be with you all. I can sense that you all are as excited as I am about Gwen Wright run for Rensselaer County Executive. And you would also agree that Gwen is the right choice for Rensselaer County executive role because integrity matters. So some exciting news is that officially Gwen Wright for Rensselaer County website launched yesterday. Please be sure to check it out. If you haven't done so already, be sure to go and like and follow Gwen Wright for Rensselaer County Facebook page, and be sure to share, and share. The website and the Facebook page are in the chat. So before we get started, I have some housekeeping items. If we have any harmful language, unwanted or rude attendees during this morning's program, our hosts will be sure to remove them and they will not be able to return. In the chat, please add your name and town so we can see who is joining us today and where you are from. Please feel free to share your enthusiasm and your vision for Rensselaer County in the chat. While you may be muted during this program, you are definitely not silent. Feel free to also use the reaction emojis, clapping or hearts, or also the jazz hands. And attention to media and reporters, please identify yourself in the chat so you can be pulled into a breakout room at the end. Thank you all. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Mike Manichowski. And Mike, I hope I said your last name correct. Mike is the chair of Rensselaer County Democratic Committee. He also is the vice chair of the Democratic Rural Conference, a statewide organization, and a member of the New York State Democratic Committee's Executive Committee. Since becoming chair in 2016, Mike has led the Rensselaer County Democratic Committee to 3 straight years of countywide victories, including the defeat of an incumbent district attorney by over 6,000 votes in 2018. And he has helped our party achieve key victories in several towns, including bright red ones such as Skodak. We are excited to have Mike join us this morning to introduce Rensselaer County's next county executive, Gwen Wright. Mike.
Thank you, Daquetta. Thank you. And good morning, Rensselaer County Democrats and friends. It's great to see so many people participating in this special event today. This is a very important year for our party, and it's an exciting time to be part of our Rensselaer County Democratic Committee. As Daquetta mentioned, our party has delivered 3 consecutive years of countywide victories, and we have made impressive inroads in the towns and the cities across our county, achieving victories in areas they said that we could never compete, let alone win. As far as countywide victories, I don't know about everyone on this call, but I'm looking forward to extending our winning streak to 4 straight victories on November 2nd. Before we get to the main purpose of this morning's event, I just wanted to thank members of the Candidate Review Committee and the city and town chairs who worked so hard over the past several months to recruit, interview, and demonstrate their support for the tremendous slate of candidates we're putting forth to the electorate this year. Many of our candidates are present at today's event, and while time doesn't permit me to introduce them or recognize them individually, I want to thank them collectively for stepping up to the plate to run for these important offices. At last week's meeting of the Rensselaer County Democratic Committee, we proudly endorsed the strongest slate of countywide and county legislative candidates in recent memory. And while some of our decisions were difficult ones, when it came to endorsing Gwen Wright for county exec, it was a no-brainer. And here's why. Gwen Wright is a forward-thinking leader with high integrity, decades of executive management experience, and a key understanding of the important role that county government plays in the lives of Rensselaer County residents. Make no mistake about it, Gwen is the right person for the job, and she has exactly what it takes to right a wrong and lead our party to victory on November 2nd. My friends, it is my great honor and privilege to introduce to you today, Rensselaer County's next county executive, Gwen Wright.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Daquetta. Hello, everyone. The past year has been difficult for all of us. Small businesses have struggled to stay open, and many are still unsure about their fate. Senior citizens are isolated, separated from friends, family, loved ones. Parents are struggling to keep their jobs, work from home, access childcare, manage remote and hybrid school, all while their children are struggling to keep up, missing out on social activities. And to add to that, the lack of broadband and the struggle feels insurmountable. And essential workers continue to show up at work, risking their own health by putting our safety and health before theirs. Now, I understand adversity and what it takes to overcome it. I married young, left an abusive husband, pregnant, and with 2 young girls. With nowhere else to go, I turned to a domestic violence shelter. By the grace of God, my children and I survived. It was also when my journey into public service began. I started volunteering, answering hotline calls, and doing advocacy. I would go with new residents when they were applying for public assistance or going for their first appearance in family court. I felt empowered and knew that advocating for the most marginalized among us was the start of a new life for me and my children. After leaving the shelter and starting out on my own as a single parent, I continued to volunteer and learned a lot about how government should work and how it didn't. I knew then, as I do now, that I would dedicate my life to being part of the solution. I was fortunate enough to turn my volunteer work into paid positions in domestic violence shelters. And I continued to work in the domestic violence field, serving as the executive director of a statewide nonprofit and eventually the executive director of a state agency. I was appointed to management positions in the state under both Republican and Democratic governors. My appointments were recognition that I had what it took to lead, a trait that has propelled me to run for county executive. I've spent most of my adult life in public service, fighting to protect those who need help the most. I believe that society is judged by how it treats its most vulnerable citizens. I believe that governing is a calling, and I have heeded that call. I am an experienced administrator and manager. I am a spouse, a parent, and a grandparent, and I am a survivor. As a survivor, I know how to push through when things get tough. I know how to use my voice to lift up the most disadvantaged among us and to challenge those who would keep us from getting our fair share. As a survivor, I know that integrity matters. And I know that I have the courage, determination, and strength to lead Rensselaer County. My name is Gwen Wright, and I'm running for Rensselaer County Executive because you deserve a county executive who will lead with integrity and govern with compassion and experience. You deserve a county executive who is committed to equity and fairness. And you deserve a county executive who is responsible and accountable to you and only you. Our small businesses deserve a government that will help them rebound from this pandemic. Our residents deserve safe neighborhoods and transparency from those who are paid to protect them. Our children deserve clean water, clean air, and green space. Our towns and villages deserve improved 21st century technology and emergency services that are there when they need them. Now, these problems aren't unique to Rensselaer County, but Rensselaer County is uniquely qualified to address them. With world-class schools right here, we have the opportunity to be smart and innovative. We are hungry for change, and we will change for the better. I am a team player who is committed to bringing people together, not creating divisions. I believe that the best decisions are made when a diversity of opinions and ideas are present. I know how to listen and consider perspectives that may not always align with my own. I'm a strong leader who knows what battles to pick and when. Working together with our federal, state, and regional partners, we can develop strategies to make Rensselaer County safer, stronger, and more prosperous. One that supports smart economic growth, supports small businesses and farms, and takes protecting the environment seriously. And one that supports informed approaches to public safety and policing.
Thank you, Gwen. You are such an inspiration, not just personally, but also on a professional level. And this is why you, Gwen, are the right choice for the Rensselaer County executive job. We deserve and need you as our next county executive.
Thank you, DeQuetta. But clearly, this campaign is not about me. It's about all of us and our collective vision for Rensselaer County. So join me in hearing from my colleagues around the county about what Rensselaer County is most concerned about. So let's start with the wonderful town of Berlin.
Good morning. My name is Alyssa Tulloch and I'm from Berlin. I support Gwen Wright for County Executive because Gwen supports sustainable economic development and will use county resources to help small businesses rebound.
Thank you for that. How's Brunswick doing today?
We're doing great. Hopefully my face isn't too frozen. I'm Jennifer Mann here in cold Brunswick with a lovely band of friends and neighbors because we are so excited to support Gwen Wright for Rensselaer County Executive because we know that Gwen supports and values the preservation of our open land resources in Rensselaer County. Go Gwen!
And let's hear from East Greenbush.
Hi, my name is Jack Conway. I'm the supervisor for the town of East Greenbush. This is my wife, Joanne. We support Gwen Wright for county executive because she is a proven leader and a problem solver, and she will be a county executive for all of us.
That's great. And how about the great town of Grafton?
Hello and welcome, Gwen, and congratulations on your nomination. My name is David Buckley, and I live in the town of Grafton. My friends and family and I fully support Gwen Wright to be our next Rensselaer County executive because Gwen supports fair representation for Grafton and because Gwen supports our ambulance service, our first responders in our rural towns, because Gwen is for Grafton and Grafton is for Gwen.
Yay! And what's going on out in Hoosick?
Good morning. My name is Michael Hickey, and I'm from Hoosick Falls. I support you, Gwen, for county executive because you will work to get toxic chemicals like PFOA out of our drinking water. Thank you very much for taking this step.
My pleasure. And the great town of Nassau.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Judy Ziller, and I'm vice chair of the Democratic Committee from Nassau. I am very proud to support Gwen Wright for county executive because Gwen will bring families, advocates, and experts together to address the opioid crisis and enhance critical mental health services. And in a few minutes, I'm going to be out getting petitions signed for you, Gwen.
Thank you for that. And how about my dear colleague from North Greenbush?
Good morning, Gwen. My name is Justin Foster, and North Greenbush is so proud to endorse and support you for county executive. Gwen Wright is the person that we need in our county in order to bring modernized technology and easier access to services for residents that live here. We're so looking forward to supporting you and so looking forward to seeing you serve in this role.
Thank you. Let's go out to Pittstown.
Hi, good morning. My name is Tanya Burrows. I'm from Pittstown, and I support Gwen Wright for county executive because Gwen will tackle the COVID crisis by using all means available to provide accurate, consistent information and resources to county residents.
Thank you. And the beautiful town of Post&Kill.
Hi, I'm Judith Ank, and I'm so honored and privileged to be supporting Gwen Wright as our next county executive. She will work to protect our environment and have the county take steps to combat climate change.
How about our river city, Rensselaer?
Hey, wonderful to see everybody and to stand here with my family. I live in the city of Rensselaer. My name is Blue Carricker, and I support Gwen Wright for county exec because she's going to work with us to finally close the Dunn landfill, and because she understands we do not have to sacrifice our children's health to bring in new revenues in our county. Very excited, Gwen. Thank you.
Thank you, Blue. And here we go, Sand Lake, you're up.
My name is Phil Markham of the Working Families Party. I'm from Sand Lake. I support Gwen Wright for county executive because Gwen will stand up for working families and she'll support organized labor. Thanks.
And over to Schaghticoke.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dominic Pastel. I'm the Democratic chair for the town of Schaghticoke and also a deputy fire chief in the town of Schaghticoke. I'd like to start off today by saying congratulations to Gwen Wright on getting the town of Schaghticoke and the Rensselaer County endorsement. Also, we support Gwen for her continued support for our veterans, our seniors, and also our fire and EMS personnel who serve this county 24/7, 365. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dominic. My hometown, Schodack.
Hi, good morning. I'm Tracy Rex, member of the Schodack Town Board, and I support Gwen Wright for county executive because I know Gwen will hold the line on taxes and ensure the county budget aligns with our priorities. Go get them, Gwen.
Thank you, Tracy. And how about the one and the only Stephentown?
Good morning, Gwen. I'm Bill Jennings. I'm chair of the Democratic Committee out here in the only Stephentown on earth. We strongly support Gwen for county executive and we'll do everything we can to help her win. We know that Gwen will work with the state and the municipalities, bring high-speed broadband to every corner of Rensselaer County. Go to it, Gwen.
Thank you. And let's go over to Troy.
Hi.
My sister.
Yes, from back in the day for colored girls who considered suicide when the rainbow was enough. My castmate. My name is Dee Collin, and I'm from Troy. I support Gwen Wright for Rensselaer County Executive because Gwen will work to increase the number and location of voting locations so that all voters will be able to vote early and get to the polls on election day. Congrats, Gwen.
Thank you, Dee. And more from Troy.
Happy to be here. My name is Luz Marquez Bimbo, and this is so historical for us in Rensselaer County. I can't stop crying. And my vote is for Gwen Wright because I know that she will support language access for the many Latinos across our city and hearing impaired, as well as ensuring public safety by supporting police reform. Excited to be here with all of you, and I am going into this with my people. Seguimos pa'lante. Gracias, Gwen. Thank you.
De nada. Well, thank you all for your support and enthusiasm. And I'd like to give a special thanks to the Rensselaer County Women for Change, the Rensselaer County Democratic Committee, Working Families Party, and friends of Gwen Wright, who have gotten me this far and who will carry me to November. Over the next several months, I'll be hosting many virtual and eventually in-person events. Please sign up on my website. The address is in the chat so that we can stay in touch. I look forward to earning your vote because integrity matters. Thank you and have a great afternoon.
All right. Wow, I feel so inspired. So together, we will make Rensselaer County safer, stronger, and more prosperous. But first, we have to elect Gwen. She's the right choice for the job because integrity matters, and quite frankly, she cares. So please spread the word about Gwen Wright's campaign. Volunteer, donate, and vote. Let's get Gwen Wright elected. Thank you all for joining us this morning.